This video is about a simple way to keep from losing your knife. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me. It's going to be a really quick video about a very simple way to keep from losing your knife in the woods or anywhere. Anyway, it's definitely not rocket science, but it's just a handy little trick that may help you, hopefully. So let me readjust things down here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here I've got my knife. This happens to be the Victorinox one-hand tracker, okay? And it has a little lanyard ring, keychain ring, whatever, like a lot of folding knives do. If your knife has any kind of a lanyard ring like that, what you can do is take some bank line or smaller line or whatever you want, really. And we're going to go ahead and singe the end of this one. Keep it from coming all unraveled. This is the old Walmart bank line, by the way. Not the greatest in the world. Ooh. Ow, stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay. When you're singeing your line, just don't squeeze it with your hand. That's pretty dumb. Okay, so anyway, here's what you do. First thing you want to do is take your line, hold it in your hand, and just reach out from about, your belt area, about as far as, like so. I'm getting down where you can see it. As far as you can reach, okay? Like so. That's going to be about how long you want it. And then give it about another 6-8 inches, okay? Okay, and then you want to cut it off right there. Now you can use, this is like number maybe 18 bank line. You can use 36. You can use paracord, but it's going to be pretty bulky. You could use just plain old nylon twine or whatever you want to use. But let me get this out of the way. All right, we'll sear this one again, and this time we will hopefully not burn the crap out of our hand. Okay, we're just going to let it melt itself there and let it cool, okay? All right, so the first thing you want to do is make just a very small little overhand knot and just tie a loop in the end of it, okay? Like so. But you want actually a little bit more. So you want this loop big enough that your knife will be able to pass through it when it's finished, and I'll show you what I mean in just a second. So just tie a loop like so, and overhand, I guess that's a bite, I don't know, but make sure you got enough room in the loop for your knife to pass through here, like so, okay? So you got that. Now, the other end, I'm going to tie another loop, and this time you want to make it a little bit longer. You want to make it long enough so your knife, so it'll go around your knife when it's done. So if your knife is this long, you want the loop to be just a little bit longer. So we're going to call it about right there, okay? See that? Sorry you couldn't see that. So you want the second loop to be the same kind of loop, but you want it just a little bit longer than your knife. So you do that. Tie your loop like so. You can see that, hopefully. Man, it's hard to do this with a burnt finger. Okay, and then just work your knot down until it's close to the bottom, close to the back. So you got enough room here for your knife to pass through. Because the goal is, here's what you're going to do. You're going to take this big loop, put it through the lanyard ring on your knife, like so. You can see that. Kind of hold this up again, burnt fingers. And then you want to put your knife through it. So it really doesn't have to, actually did not have to be that big. I was completely having a doofus moment there. It doesn't matter how big it is. But you want your knife to pass through it, and then your knife's hooked on. The other end, just tuck it up behind your belt loop or whatever. In this case, I use my belt. And run your knife through it. And you can do this either end first, it doesn't matter. Okay, now you have your knife tethered to your body, but it's long enough, as you can see, that you're never going to be out cutting any further than that. So, if you happen to lay it down and get up and walk off, it's going to bang you in the leg. You're going to notice that. If you drop it or whatever, if you're fishing, you're in a boat or whatever, it's just going to stay with you wherever. You can put it in your pocket. The only really downside I've seen to that is it kind of dangles around a little bit. Just poke it down there. You're good to go. So, again, not rocket science, but it's really just a handy way to keep from losing your knife, and it costs hardly anything. Okay, so that is a handy, very low cost way to keep from losing your knife, especially a folding knife, anything that's got a lanyard hole on it. So maybe you don't think there's a reason for a lanyard hole because you don't use one when you're using your knife. That's just a good use for it, and it does not get in your way. You can use the knife, you can use the saw, and this thing you can use whatever you want to use because it's made it long enough so it's, you know, you're not going to work any further out than that. So I hope this little tip has been helpful. As always, thanks for watching Survival on Purpose. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking that thumbs up, for sharing it with your friends, for watching those ads. Thank you so much for shopping on Amazon through my links. I really appreciate the support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. And don't lose your knife. See you next time. You can see this. I'm getting out of I'm trying to get myself out of the camera where you can, where you can see it, okay? It don't look like much, but it hurts.